Hi Ed, just wanted to make a video and enter your contest. First, I like to say congratulations on your 2,500 subscribers. I love your channel, I watch it all the time. I love all your videos, so congratulations. I'm actually going to take your suggestion and do 50s, 60s, and 70s. And as you know, and other Elvis fans know, this is really hard to do. And unlike other people, I'm not going to include any soundtrack songs from his movies because I feel like it's too much of a cop-out and it's too easy to do that. So I'm only including studio songs that are not my favorites. But the first two are actually from this album, believe it or not. And even though this is a great album, the two I picked were Old Shep and How's the World Treating You. I don't care for those two songs. To me, they're just really slow and boring and they drag, and I just get really bored listening to them, so I always skip those songs if it's like on a CD, or if it comes on Elvis radio, I usually change the channel. Don't get me wrong, like, I'm not picking any of these songs because of the way Elvis sings these songs, because as we all know, Elvis had an incredible voice and he could sing anything. So he sings these songs great, but I just don't care for them because, like I said, they're really slow and kind of boring. And believe it or not, my third one from the 50s is Love Me Tender. And I know people might be like, oh my God, I can't believe you're picking that song. That's one of his greatest hits. To me, first of all, it's overplayed. And second of all, like I said about the other two, it's kind of slow and it drags. And Elvis, like, his vocals on it are amazing. But I actually prefer the Love Me Tender from when he did it live in the 70s and when it's sped up a little bit and he's kind of clowning around with it. I like the version better and the one from the 68 special, but Love Me Tender is my other 50s. For the 60s, I picked, sorry, I can't think, Stranger in My Own Hometown. I feel like that song just goes on and on and on, and he's pretty much just clowning around in that song, so I don't really care for that song. Another one is If I'm a Fool for Loving You. Again, Elvis sings it awesome. I just don't care for that song. Whenever it comes on Elvis radio, I usually switch it or I just turn the radio off. And then, believe it or not, from How Great Thou Art, I don't care for Crying in the Chapel. I don't know why. I feel like that they play that one a lot too, and it's kind of just really slow and drags. And I actually like the version that's on the Where No One Stands Alone album when they redid that. I think that you said that you liked that one too. I liked how they redid that and made it a little more modern. But the original one I don't really care for. And then finally for the 70s, I picked Was Born About 10,000 Years Ago, which is on this album. It's also on Elvis Country, and I love this album. This is one of my favorite albums, but I don't like that song. I feel like it just goes on and on and on and on. It's so repetitive and it just never stops, so I just really don't care for that song. And then The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face, there's something about that song, I don't know, it just irks me. I don't like that song. As I said before, Elvis, his vocals are amazing on every song he does. So it's not him, it's just, I don't know, the way the song is and the sound of it, I just don't care for it. And then the last one I picked was The Last Farewell on this album. And yeah, I know you see that I have this album already, but as you can see, it's a later pressing on the black label, so it would be cool to win the one that you have that's the original pressing. This one even came with the hype sticker. I had to take it off because the wrap came off, but still came with the hype sticker, so that was cool. But I don't really care for The Last Farewell. It's kind of, like I said, it's kind of boring and drags. So most of those songs that I picked are for that reason, because they're kind of boring songs and they just don't catch my attention. And again, it's not because of Elvis's talent. To me, he sang everything beautifully. He may not have hit all the notes perfectly in some of the songs and stuff, but for the most part, he had an amazing voice and he could sing anything. So this task was very hard to do. But appreciate it. Hope you like my video, and keeping my fingers crossed that I win. So thanks, Ed.